Good evening. On behalf of Fort Campbell High School, class of 2022, I would like to welcome you to our commencement exercises. Please stand for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Andrea Marr, the proud principal of Fort Campbell High School. It is my distinct honor to welcome you to our ceremony tonight. As we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize our honored guests this evening. The Dodea Americas Southeast District Superintendent, Dr. Christy Huddleston. The Kentucky Community Superintendent, Mr. Josh Adams. The Southeast Chief of Staff, Mr. Greg Bull. And the amazing faculty and staff of Fort Campbell High School. Parents, family, and friends, seeing all of you here tonight is a testament to the achievements of our graduates and to the love and support that they have received from you over the years. To the men and women who serve our great country, thank you. Words could never truly express our appreciation. We are extremely grateful to you for safeguarding our freedoms every day. Graduates. A graduation ceremony is always such a significant occasion. It is recognition of the years of hard work put forward to achieve your goals. Your journey is somewhat different than most graduates. Most of you have been to several high schools along your journey, leading you here to graduate with us as a Falcon. As my first year of being the principal of Fort Campbell High School, I want to thank you for setting the expectation of what excellence should look like for future graduating Falcons. You are a shining example of hard work and dedication. I admire your resilience and your creative spirit. I appreciate your ability to laugh and your kindness toward others. Each of you have grown in a way that you should be so proud and are now ready to transition to a new exciting chapter in your lives. I have no doubts that you will make this world a better place, but I am going to remind you that the world is a better place because you are in it. Henry Ford said, "The secret to a successful life is to find our purpose and then do it." I wish you the very best in all your endeavors. Thank you for an amazing year. And now I will turn the program over to the senior class president, Ms. Pilar Cerritos Gatto.
Good evening, senior class of 2022. We finally made it. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Pilar Cerritos Gatto, and I am the 2022 senior class president. By show of hands, how many people here have played a high school sport? It can be anything from archery to football. For several years of my life, I avoided playing a competitive sport. I dodged anything that challenged me physically, making excuses, and never following through after I assured my family I would the next year. I was afraid of not being good enough, of making a mistake. I consider myself a perfectionist to the point where I will not do something I am not good at. I let that fear rule my life, hindering me from developing new friendships, overcoming obstacles, and growing as a person. I remained stuck in my comfort zone, afraid to move forward. The cycle continued until someone held me accountable for the claim I had made. Last spring, my younger brother took a video of me shaking hands with him and promising that I would participate in track and field during my senior year. Little did I know that he would use the video as leverage when I again tried to avoid the issue. Last winter, before track and field conditioning began, Mateo played back the video reminding me of the commitment I made to myself and to him. I knew right then that I could not back out of playing a sport this year. Sure enough, when track season started, I was there. I went to practice and track meets. I was surprised by how much I truly enjoyed it. I made new friends and memories. I even convinced others who were unsure of joining the team to come out and try. Overcoming my fear gave me a sense of pride and accomplishment. I learned a very valuable lesson this year. Everyone makes mistakes, as we are all human. Mine was letting fear be the guide for the decisions I made. Fellow classmates, we all will fail numerous times on our path towards success. However, we must remember that our mistakes do not define who we are. The value and quality of our character, of ourselves, is developed through the lessons that we learn from the mistakes that we have made. A mistake is not a mistake unless we fail to learn from it. To quote the Magic School Bus, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. So embrace your mistakes, learn from them, grow from them. Let them lead you into every new situation you encounter with confidence. Thank you and congratulations. Now I would like to introduce the Assistant Principal of the FCHS, Mr. Jamie Romero.
Good evening, graduates and families. The Salutatorian academic title is given to the second highest ranked student of the graduating class. It is based on the grade point average and the number of credits taken throughout all 4 years of high school studies. The 2022 Fort Campbell High School Salutatorian is Mr. Juan Donate. Juan began his high school career at Miramar High School in Florida, where he spent his first 3 years of high school. Interesting fact, I was talking to Juan earlier today, and I realized that I went to high school less than 10 miles from where he grew up. And today we're here in Kentucky, Fort Campbell. Shows what a small world it is. Juan challenged himself as an English as a second language student by taking 3 advanced placement courses and 6 dual enrollment courses while at Miramar High School. When his family moved to Fort Campbell, he enrolled in another advanced placement course. Juan has maintained exceptional grades while also being part of the Fort Campbell High School archery team, where he qualified for nationals. After graduating, Juan will attend the University of Louisville to study electrical engineering and be part of the Air Force ROTC. Please join me in congratulating Juan Donate, Salutatorian of Fort Campbell High School, class of 2022.
Good evening, classmates, esteemed faculty, and families of my fellow graduates. My name is Juan Donate, and it is an honor for me to be standing here before you as Salutatorian of the 2022 Fort Campbell graduating class. Just like many of you, I was not born in the United States. I moved to Florida from Colombia when I was about 11 years old. Having to leave Colombia, saying goodbye to everything familiar to me, was probably the hardest thing I have ever done. Moving to the U.S. brought with it many challenges I have had to overcome over the years. I had to adjust to a new culture, to a new environment, and I had to learn a whole new language from scratch. And if you ask me, I think I succeeded in learning English. I started my high school career at Miramar High School in Florida, where I spent my first 3 years in high school. During my time at Miramar High School, I decided to challenge myself by taking several advanced placement courses as well as several dual enrollment courses. High school for me was extremely challenging, especially during my sophomore and junior years. During these 2 years, I had to balance high school classes and college classes at the same time. I have to go to school at 7 in the morning and leave at noon so I could attend college classes until about 5 in the afternoon. Having to attend my first college lecture at 16 was terrifying. I was the only high school student in a room filled with college students. I felt as if I did not belong there and questioned if I would have been better off just taking high school classes. However, I decided to stay the course and kept attending those lectures. I ended up taking several dual enrollment courses, ranging from a course on the basics of electricity to a course in psychology. Through my course studies, I became passionate about the topic of electricity and the way it all works, which is why I plan to attend the University of Louisville to study electrical engineering and also be a part of the Air Force ROTC program to join the Air Force as a second lieutenant. At the end of my junior year, I was given the news that my dad will be joining the Army and that we would have to move to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. This piece of news made me feel the same profound fear I felt when I first moved to the U.S. I would have to once again leave all the friendships I had made during this past 3 years, and would have to spend the last year of high school in an unfamiliar place with people I did not know. As a new student at Fort Campbell High School, I did not talk to anyone for the first couple of weeks. But as time passed, I began to form friendships with many people. People with whom I now have wonderful memories that would always remain with me. Experiencing life on a military base made me realize that I wanted to serve the country that gave me and my family a better quality of life, which is why I decided I wanted to join the Air Force. To be able to accomplish that, however, I had to become a naturalized U.S. citizen, and I am ecstatic to say that as of May 12th of 2022, I am officially a proud citizen of the United States of America. High school is a time which we as students learn to transition from adolescence to adulthood. Fort Campbell High School has offered us with the tools we need to confront whatever life throws at us. No matter the route we take, I think the best part about life is the mystery of the unknown, and I think we're all excited for these encounters. One day soon, we will be looking back at our high school career when we accomplished so much about everything and saying, remember how easy high school was? During high school, we are given the opportunity not only to learn, grow, and mature as individuals, but we are also gifted with something that we don't recognize until we get ready to depart the halls of Fort Campbell High School, and that is the friendships that help mold us into the people we are and will become in the future. As military dependents, we are blessed to meet people from all over the world and from all walks of life. We get to learn about different cultures and find similarities in people we may never have found anywhere else if it wasn't for being in the military environment. Even though I was only a part of Fort Campbell High School for a short-lived year, it has given me the opportunity to meet so many wonderful people whom I grew to love and cherish. I truly agree with Sadie Smith, who in a commencement speech offered this advice to the graduates. Don't let your fellow humans be alien to you, because life is all about the people we meet along the way and the relationships that are formed. Although we have a lot going on right now, and even after this event and in our near future, one thing that I feel very confident about is the fact that the Fort Campbell High School graduating class of 2022 will go on to do great things. No matter what we decide to do, we have worked hard to get to this point. And while I know it won't necessarily get any easier, I am confident that we have the tools to tackle whatever the future holds. And I'm not just saying this because my parents tell me that every day, but also because, like anyone else, I can already feel the stress and pressure of what lies ahead. My dad always used to say, diamonds are made under pressure, and we are all diamonds in the rough. We are at a point in our lives where we are about to face many challenges, and I am sure that each and every one of us will come out of these challenges as an improved version of ourselves, as clear and flawless diamonds. So even though this is the end of our high school journey, it is also the start of what I keep hearing is the most important part of our lives, and the part my mom and dad called the real life. I know we cannot wait for the chance to grow up and finally be adults, but we now realize that becoming adults comes with obstacles that we must overcome and learn from. Although we cannot all jump to the future and to the part that is easy, it is going to be interesting to see the path we take to get to that point we call the good life. One thing I want to make sure doesn't go unnoticed is the great faculty we have at Fort Campbell High School. There are plenty of times where we think that high school is hard, and I'm sure there are plenty of times that we just want to give up and quit. But we cannot forget the people who make it all happen and must put up with us every day. The people that push us and motivate us to keep going, and they are the teachers and staff. Which is also, I want to take this time to thank Ms. Forbes from my English class for helping me so much, and not only doing her job, but showing me and everyone in the class how to go above and beyond. Every time I had a question or needed help in my life, she was always there and gave me the advice I needed to confront the situation. Thank you again to everyone who played a part in helping us reach this day. My parents for helping me every step of the way, and all those who I did not mention, who played a part in not only helping me, but helping my classmates as well. Thank you for the experience. So here's to wishing everyone great success and hoping that we can use 4x plus 9y to the third power in the real world. And keep in mind what Senator William L. Marcy said, to the victor go the spoils. Thank you.
The moment has arrived for the presentation of a very special award, the Valedictorian Award. The Valedictorian academic title is given to the highest ranked student among the entire graduating class. The 2022 Fort Campbell High School Valedictorian is Brock Sharp. Brock began his high school career at Carlisle High School in Pennsylvania, and when his family moved to Fort Campbell, he immediately became an integral part of Fort Campbell High School. Throughout this time, he challenged himself by taking 11 advanced placement courses. You were busy. Brock has maintained excellent grades while also participating in extracurricular activities and athletics. He was the captain of the Fort Campbell varsity wrestling team and played tennis for the Falcons as well. Brock was an active member of the Student Council and served as president of both National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta. After graduating, Brock will attend the United States Military Academy at West Point. Please join me in congratulating Brock Sharp, Valedictorian of Fort Campbell High School, class of 2022. Congratulations.
Greetings, fellow classmates, parents, faculty and staff, and district level administration. My name is Brock Sharp, and I am honored to address you as the class's valedictorian. If you will, go back with me, back to that moment we have all experienced, the moment our feet first stood at the doors of a new school. As we stepped into the unknown, we felt a complex rush of emotions. Uncertainty reigned in our souls, and we hoped that someone would offer a greeting, share space with us at lunch, or help us with our schedule. As military kids, we have experienced situations like this and these feelings repeatedly, and this has taught us that change is hard. Once again, we find ourselves on the cusp of a change, the moment that we've been working for the last 13 years. It feels weird, right? Even a little scary, even for kids like us, who have been dealing with transitions our whole lives. You don't have to be valedictorian to realize that this transition, more than any of the others we faced, is pivotal. We are at a point in our lives where we must make impactful choices, decisions that will shape the course of our lives. I'm sure that we have all been lectured about making the right choice many times. My father frequently uses the phrase, "Life is all about choices, so make good ones." And I've heard that expression from him many times over the years. Yet there is not always a right or a wrong choice. More often, you find yourself somewhere in between. These decisions can be far more challenging because, simply put, there is no right answer. Several years ago, I had a friend who struggled with such a choice. He grew up in a poverty-stricken area with parents who were forced to live from paycheck to paycheck. My friend is extremely talented and smart, but he attended a school that did not challenge him academically. One of his math teachers recognized his potential and encouraged him to enter a state math competition. At first, he refused. He told his teachers that he had to go to work and make money to assist his family. He couldn't miss a day's pay. While this was true, he later told me that he did not want to go because he was afraid. His fear entangled him. He had never entered an academic competition before. He did not know if he would be good enough to perform successfully among so many others who had had more academic opportunities than he had. However, ultimately, his family and friends pushed him to take the day off work and enter the competition. And in the end, he won. This opportunity opened the door to a variety of scholarship opportunities, including one to an Ivy League school. It was a wonderful opportunity to attend an Ivy League school, but he was still unsure. There was no definitive right or wrong answer. He had to search deep within himself to discover what he wanted to do. And believe me, he made many excuses. I have to work, it's too far, and so on. To be honest, he feared leaving his family, the life he was used to, and all he had ever known. He was crippled with indecision for weeks, almost missing the acceptance deadline. Ultimately, however, he took the leap of faith and enrolled in the college. I recently spoke with my friend about this challenging decision. In short, he told me that it was the best choice he had ever made. If he had not embraced the courage to choose to act and had instead fallen victim to indecisiveness, he would not be the success that he is today. His story motivated me to look into such decisions. I soon found an article from the Harvard Newsletter which had surveyed a variety of people and determined that the choice people regret the least later in life is the choice to capitalize on a big opportunity. We are at a point in our lives where we must make impactful choices, decisions that will shape the rest of our life. The poet Robert Frost wrote, "I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." All of you here today stand on the edge of life. Yes, this transition comes with many choices, but it also comes with boundless opportunities. Class of 2022, I implore you to dig deep within yourselves for the courage and strength to act confidently and decisively, to capitalize on opportunities that life brings you, and to secure the future for which you are reaching. As you travel through life, allow your mind to take you back. Return to the days of being a military kid. Go back to that first day of school. Dig into the courage it took to place one foot in front of the other as you enter the unknown. Class of 2022, we have successfully completed the first phase of our lives, and now we find ourselves at a crossroads. Where should we go now? There is no perfect answer. But I challenge you to conquer indecisiveness and uncertainty, defeat doubt, act with self-assuredness and fortitude as we move forward into the next chapter of our lives. Thank you.
Our guest speaker this evening is a retired Army colonel, speaker, author, and managing partner at Exactus Advisors. Jimmy Blackman spent 30 years leading soldiers in the U.S. Army. He is one of the most combat-experienced soldiers of the modern era, with 6 operational deployments, including 2 tours in the Balkans, 2 tours in Iraq, and 2 tours in Afghanistan. Mr. Blackman is the author of 4 books and the co-author of 2 albums. He is also a 3-time archery world champion, and he was a member of the 1998 U.S. Armed Forces World Cross Country Team. Mr. Blackman concluded his military service on the Joint Staff in Washington, D.C., where he led a select team of Department of Defense strategists as they developed plans, policy, and strategic posture for our nation's most complex global problems. He has a BA in history from the University of North Georgia, a Master's of Science in Education from Old Dominion University, and a Master's of Science in National Security Policy and Strategy from the National War College in Washington, D.C. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Jimmy Blackman.
I speak for a living all over the world, and I can assure you, on this occasion, we have not saved the best for last. You've been well represented tonight. So to your class president, your salutatorian and valedictorian, I didn't hear a false note anywhere. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to the class of 2022. You're here. Well done. Yeah. Now, when I received the request to speak to you today, I thought to myself, who spoke at my high school graduation? You can imagine the answer to that question. I have no idea who spoke, much less what they spoke about. So that put my remarks into perspective tonight. You won't remember me or what I said, so I can pretty much go anywhere I want to with this thing, right? So let's begin with a story David Foster Wallace once told. There were these 2 young fish swimming along one day, and they passed an older fish swimming the other way. "Morning, boys. How's the water?" the older fish asked them. The 2 young fish swam on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looked over to the other and said, "What the heck is water?" Don't worry, I don't plan to present myself here as the wiser older fish explaining what water is to you younger fish. I'm not the older fish. The point of the fish story is merely that the most obvious, important realities in life are often the ones that are hardest to see and talk about. So to begin, may I suggest that you see and experience the world around you. Notice the water. We become so engrossed in the virtual, digital world that we pay more attention to our gadgets than we do to the physical world we live in. We must consciously decide to unplug in order to experience the seasons, smell the flowers, and feel the wind. The same is true with our relationships. Virtual relationships are shallow and often unfulfilling. I once spoke to a large gathering of techies in Silicon Valley, and I told them I don't care how technologically advanced we become, life is and always will be about people and relationships. As my bio suggests, I used to be a nationally competitive long-distance runner. Injuries prevent me from running today, so I ride a bicycle. I choose not to listen to music or a podcast when I ride. I look for animals, listen to birds, smell the proverbial roses, and try to connect with the world around me. And of course, I keep a lookout for the angry driver who is texting while speeding and generally hates grown men in Lycra for having the audacity to occupy the space of road. But I digress. If you don't already, I suggest you begin a routine of carving out time for you. Time to think and pontificate on your life's journey. Maybe it's while running or walking, riding a bicycle, fishing, whatever it is, you time is important. Notice the water. Second, nothing worth having in life comes free. There once was a peasant who told his children that the day they turned 12 years old, he would share with them the secret of life. When the oldest turned 12 years old, he anxiously went to his father and asked, "What's the secret of life?" The secret of life is this, the father said. Cows don't give milk. What are you saying? Asked the little boy. As you hear it, son, the father said, cows don't give milk. You have to milk them. You have to get up at 4 in the morning, go to the field, walk through the corral full of manure, tie the tail up, hobble the cow's legs, sit on a stool, place the bucket under her, and do the work yourself. That's the secret of life. Cows don't give milk. You milk her, you don't get milk. Never, ever assume that cows give milk, that things are automatic or free. They are not. The things you want most passionately, the things your dreams are made of, do not come easy. You'll have to work for them. They'll require effort, sacrifice, and inevitably disappointments and setbacks. Life is not a matter of wishing, asking, and obtaining. The things that one receives and appreciates most are proportional to the effort one must exert to achieve it or earn it. Happiness is the result of effort. So remember, cows don't give milk. You have to work for it. You don't have to have all the answers to what you want to do in life today, but you have to start somewhere. You and you alone are the only person who can live the life that will write the story that you were meant to tell. But the truth is, sometimes we're unsure exactly what that story is going to be. In reality, we write it as we live it. There are some proven things in life that will help you get a leg up, increase the odds in your favor, but you and you alone have to write the blueprint for your life. Looking back, I could not have imagined exactly where life after the Army would take me. But I knew some things. I knew several things that I didn't want to do. And I knew the general direction I wanted to go, so I started. I remained open to new opportunities. And to be frank, life could go a different direction a year or two from now. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but that's okay. I love what I'm doing today. You see, success in the world's terms is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. I would love to tell you that you can be anything in the world you want, that you can have anything you want in life. I'd like to assure you that you can do anything if you just put your mind to it. But that's simply not true. It sounds good. It makes us feel good. But the reality is, if you're 5'7", no matter how much you practice, you're not likely to play in the NBA. If you're 6'5", 215 pounds, you're not likely to be an Olympic gymnast. About 10 years after going into the Army, I was home visiting my parents in the fall. I decided to go and train with a high school cross-country team and catch up with my old high school coach. I went a little early so I could talk with Coach. "How's the team?" I asked him. "Okay, Jimmy. They're good kids with big hearts, but they have no speed." "What about strength, Coach?" I said. "I wasn't the fastest kid, but you won a lot of races with me because I had a good base and a lot of strength." "Jimmy," he said, "I don't care how hard you train it, you'll never win the Kentucky Derby with a mule." We had a good laugh, and Coach was right. But the truth is, every mule deserves to be the best mule that it can be. And each of us deserves to be the best version of us that we can be. So don't compromise. Be the best you possible. Diane Grant once said, "It's better to walk alone than with a crowd going the wrong direction." Forge your own path, and time will fly, so don't waste time living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. So remember, 1, carve out you time so that you can notice the water around you. 2, cows don't give milk. The things that you will appreciate most will be proportional to the effort you'll have to put forth to achieve them. And 3, never stop striving to be the very best version of you that you can be. Sincerely, I wish you all the very best. These are exciting times to live, so make the most of it. Be happy and always remain true to yourself. Thank you and congratulations again.
Mr. Blackman, on behalf of the senior class and of FCHS, I'd like to thank you for coming out and talking with us today and present you with a token of gratitude.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
At this time, will our seniors please rise and come forward to receive your diplomas? Please stand. Yeah, I'm going to ask all of them. Okay. You ready?
Brittany Webster. Top 10 student, Evan Anderson. Lauren Anderson. Eden Bailey. Hope Balzeski. Dominic Barr. Top 10 student, Angel Beckwith. Mom just returned from Saudi Arabia. Yes. Mr. Evan Bradham. Blaze Branham. Natalie Britton. Prince Brown. Anthony Carson. Benjamin Cates. Zoe Seta. Top 10 student, Pilar Cerritos Gato. Melinda Cuestas. Top 10 student, Jordan Dominique. Top 10 student, Juan Donate. Alexi Esti. Patricia Galarza Grilaska. Nicholas Guffey. Kaylin Harris. Andrew Hoggenberry. Patrick Hayes. David Henna. John Johnson. Leon King. Ethan Ledbetter. Top 10 student, Aiden Lindeman. Victoria Lopez Rodriguez. Emma Mahady. Joseph Martin. Natavion Miles. My Angel Moore. Juliana Mordenti. Micah Moses. Nika Moskalenko. Damian Nichols. Alexia Ochoa. Devin Oram. Grace Partridge. Kendall Reed. Ryan Chris Rivera. Leo Rojas. Adrian Rosa. Piper Sane. Veronica Saturne. Top 10 student, Brock Sharp. Talil Strayhorn. Nicholas Sujinani. Colby Tate. Brian Taylor. Elizabeth Torres. Dean Valenti. Gianna Verdone. Haley Webster. Lily White. Sierra Wolonsky. Top 10 student, Thomas Wood. And top 10 student, David Robleski.
Now, all graduates, if you will stand. By the power vested in me by the Department of Defense Education Activity, I hereby attest that the students before me have met all the graduation requirements necessary to confer a Dodea High School diploma with all rights and privileges stated therein. Seniors from the class of 2022, it is with honor that I ask you to move your tassel from right to left. I now declare you graduates of Fort Campbell High School. Congratulations! Audience, will you please rise? Let's give them another round of applause. Congratulations again. Thank you, Fort Campbell.